Hey everybody, Mason here. I know you haven't seen a whole lot of me online. I'm just here today to tell you that I am alive and well, not dead. But I've just been enjoying my car a whole lot, and I've been trying to figure out little things on it. But today I'm going to formally introduce you to my 1981 DeLorean. And what better way to do that than to have the car completely covered in dirt in a shady, dingy garage on a pretty cold, late September morning. Like, what could be better, right? Here it is. This is my 1981 DeLorean, VIN number 4693, with all of the lovely water spots and all of the grime and dirt that has been on it. If anyone actually has any advice on how to clean off these water spots, maybe even keep water spots from being repelled on there, maybe some water-resistant coating or anything, I'd be interested in that. Especially within the engine bay here. There's plenty of water and grime that tends to build up here, but I do clean it out by hand. I do have all the cleaning materials that I usually do, but when you live in such impoverished conditions such as you have to cut some corners, right? But not for the car. The car itself, I try my best to mechanically keep sound. Just gonna open up the door here. That's the squeaky noise I have to figure out on the door too. I do have a reinforcement kit I need to install in here and fix, but just to give you a quick overview of the car as well, I bought this car about a year ago. With about 9,971 miles on it. Currently, I'm sitting just south of 18,000 miles. So I have put quite about, I'd say about 10,000 miles on the car in just about a year's time. Just so I can give it exercise and work on it. The history of the car was that it was owned by an elderly person down in Texas. It was a Texas-based car. Sat outside for a little while because there was some stuff in the Valley of Death. Cleaned all that out, and the car is now up and operational as needed. There are some things that can be improved and worked upon as well. I brought the car from a middleman in Oklahoma. Didn't tell my parents, didn't say anything about it for about a year, and worked on it, shipped it up to Mike at Midwest, and he did some work on it as well. And here I am with the car up and running. Just to give you a picture of the VIN plate, it is right there. Cody Whitehead is actually the next VIN below me or above me. I can't quite remember. We met at the last DMC open house and discussed that. So here's the interior. It is an automatic gray interior. Mileage is currently sitting at 17,778 miles. And again, I'm not 100% sure how accurate that mileage is. I actually think it may have rolled over 100,000 miles and then came back to this. But there are some things on the car that just don't look like they've been touched. Like the dash isn't damaged, it's just a little bit brown. The window regulators and everything are still operational. The water pump is still original. There's barely any rust under the chassis. There's just very specific things that I think might indicate that this car has not been really driven all that much. So it may be a low mileage car. Let me go ahead and show you the engine bay, and then I'll get into some of the questions I have for the DeLorean community here. Let me go pop this. So, some of the projects that I have done on this car, again, really dirty engine bay. I'm going to clean it today, I promise. With this, I have gone through and actually done Josh's DPI kit, stainless steel braided lines, the 13-piece set going down to the fuel filter itself, which has also been replaced. All this was done by myself with the help of Chris Miles, and staying up to about 2 a.m. to help me do it over a phone call. I've been working on all of this, which is basically just cleaning up spark plugs, cleaning up the valley a little bit. I personally have not gone to the valley, but that was cleaned out by Mike. Some of the other things that have been done in here than that is just some basic cleaning around some of the tubes. I need to replace that, that asbestos heat shield definitely has to go, and I know that has to get replaced. One thing that happened recently, one of my pulleys blew right off of the pulley assembly. Luckily, it's just for my AC compressor, which isn't really necessary anyway, because those who have spoke to me know that the AC compressor works, but I have a hole in my AC somewhere, so that has to get done. But other than that, just a couple little things here and there I need to fix. The The engine itself is actually running quite well. Fires right up and runs without too many issues. I do have the Eagle Premier starter on there now, underneath the alternator, so it runs like a champ. Electrical is good, jumping off is good. There's not too many problems I've been having with the engine. One thing I will mention real quickly is it does seem to shake at a really low idle. The whole car seems to shake at a really low idle, and I think that might just be because of the colder weather and maybe just a cold engine. But if anyone has any tips on that, that'd be surely appreciated. One of the next things I will show as well, just getting up into here, door struts need to be replaced at some point. They're just not holding up very well. Could just be, again, due to the colder weather. Interior, I have some seats that were given to me by Brandon, and I really appreciate that. I need some advice on putting these in as well, just because I hear different things about putting these seats in. I hear they're a real pain, and sometimes they don't turn out right. And I really don't want to mess up new leather seats from Brandon that were given to me through DeLorean. But other than that, the rest of the car is pretty sound. The shifter is good, and everything else in here is good. And other than that, one of the big things I want to do this winter is take a look at my suspension, try to replace all of the bushings that are in here. One of the biggest problems I'm having with the car is it seems to be cutting into my rock trim piece whenever I'm making turns. Not 100% sure why that is happening. It seems to have started once we put the new steering rack in. I've had 4 alignments done on the car, but still not fixing the issue. I'm thinking, if anything, if I look inside of here, the support beam that attaches to the rock trim is actually not attached. You can see right here where it broke off. I'm wondering if that pushes it out more like this, if that will correct it, but it looks like the distance is still the same. So I don't know how well that is going to fix the problem. But it's either gotta be that, or the fender itself is just out of alignment and it's not lining up correctly, or perhaps it's the bushings. I'm hoping it's the bushings. If I just do the whole big job and replace everything in the control arm, maybe that will fix it. But the control arm's not bent, so I don't know. All right, well, sorry to have raced through all that. I know I was just trying to talk about the car and get everything in within 15 minutes just so I can introduce everybody to it. But like I said, suspension, especially with the passenger wheel here, is one of the things I want to get done over the winter, along with coolant, some electrical stuff, and a lot of other things. But we will get to that. It will get done eventually. Other than that, the car is running and driving. I am enjoying it a heck of a lot. I've been just giving it a lot of healthy exercise just to see what breaks, what works, and what doesn't. And hopefully over time, more and more things will get upgraded. I've already updated to the Dave McKean RPM relays and such as well. That has been a tremendous help with the car starting, as well as a new starter, new fuel accumulator. I also did the CV axles at the end as well, new fuel lines. There's a couple things that I've had to learn, and heck, I didn't even know how to change oil on like any car before I got this car. And I've already changed the oil on this once. I'm getting ready to change it again before it goes away for winter. And yeah, other than that, if anybody could help me out with possibly giving me advice on wondering out what's going on with this this wheel, that'd be really appreciated. Like I said, when I turn the wheel to the left, it just seems to cut into the rock trim here. It's either got to be that support bracket or a bushing. And anybody that could help me out with possibly doing that roof install kit. I did take off the T-panel. It doesn't look like it's separating all too much from what I can see. It just looks like it's sort of, I think it could be that little piece of panel that's on the T-panel inside that's just coming off from the glue perhaps. But that popping and creaking you heard in the video is definitely one of the things that is a little concerning, so I might just need to put that kit in. And other than that, cooling, I'm going to hopefully flush out the cooling system, put a new radiator in, and get that all together. And then there's just other little things I need to go through and do, like possibly redoing the brake system again. It works fine right now, but you know, put new rotors, better brakes, ceramic brakes, something like that in there. Other than that too, get the rest of the fuses done, clean out my fuse box and redo all the wires on that. Tons of things. I could keep naming things all day long, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. But I hope to hear comments from you guys, and hopefully I can get some advice from people in the car community and people in the DeLorean community. Hope to hear from you guys soon. Take care.